North Lions Club.
Dance is an expression of our feeling, art of synchronization of mind and body. I now invite Varalakshmi Iyengar to invoke God's blessing.
ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಚೈತನ್ಯವನ್ನು ತುಂಬಿರುವಂತಹ ವರಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಅಯ್ಯಂಗಾರ್ ಅವರೇ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಮುಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ನಾವು ಇನ್ವೈಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟರೀಸ್ ಟು ದ ಡಯಾಸ್. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ನಮ್ಮ ಥೀಮ್ ಆದಂತಹ ಬೈಪಾಸ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ವಿಚಾರವಾಗಿ ಈ ದಿನ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಲ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿಮಲ್ Chhajer for the knowledge based informations. Now we move on to the program inviting the digital dash.
I now invite the following line leaders to occupy their respective seats on the dais. Host Company Treasurer, Line R. Shivshankar. Host Company Secretary, Line T. Nityananda Pai. Host Company Chairperson, Dr. Simha Shastri.
Zone Chairpersons, Region 2, Zone 2, Line B. Anil Kumar. Zone Chairperson, Region 2, Zone 3, Line P. Bhagya.
Guest of Honor, Multiple Council Chairperson, District 317F, Line HK Giridhar. PTJ Line B. Mohan. PTJ Line D. Srinivasan. Line Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty.
Now it's time to invite today's bridegroom, our region chairperson, Lion G. Venkatesh, and his Lion Lady Malati.
Our theme speaker, cardiologist and former professor of All India Institute of Sciences, Dr. Bimal Chhajer. I request Ramesh Venkatesh, President of LCB Bangalore North, to escort our theme speaker.
Thank you all the dignitaries on the dais.
Light is a symbolic representation to acknowledge the Almighty in our midst. I now invite our dignitaries to light the lamp and illuminate the radiance of our Creator. I request our region chairperson, to lead the dignitaries and seek the divine grace for our region people.
Thank you, dignitaries. Kindly please. Thank you, dignitaries. Kindly be seated. Now I request the region chairperson to call the region meet to order.
Kindly rise as we render flag salutation in Kannada by line Manjula and in English by line Aruna Reddy, followed by a minute silence for world peace.
And I request all to stand up for 1 more minute for the
ಧ್ವಜವಂದನೆ. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಧ್ವಜಕ್ಕೆ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ವಂದಿಸಿ ನಿಷ್ಠೆಯಿಂದಿರುವುದಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇವೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಗೌರವ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಸಭ್ಯ ಪೌರನು ತನ್ನ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿನ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ, ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಜಾಗರೂಕತೆಯಿಂದ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುವ ಎಂಬುದನ್ನು ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿದೆ. ಸುವರ್ಣಾಕ್ಷರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಉಲ್ಲೇಖಿತವಾಗಿರುವ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಉಜ್ವಲ ಇತಿಹಾಸವು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರ ಮೇಲ್ಮನವಿಗಾಗಿ ಶ್ರಮಿಸಲು ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಧ್ವಜಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೃಢ ನಿಷ್ಠೆಯನ್ನು ಘೋಷಿಸಿ ಅದರ ಮುನ್ನಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಗಮನ ಹರಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯೂ ಅದರ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಉಜ್ವಲಗೊಳಿಸಲು ಮನಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಶ್ರಮಿಸಿ ಸೌಹಾರ್ದಪೂರ್ಣ ಜನಾಂಗಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಅದು ಉನ್ನತ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರಾಡುವಂತೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇವೆ.
We salute our national flag and pledge our allegiance to the same. Its honor and glory depend upon the zeal and assiduity with which each one of us shoulders our responsibilities of a good citizen. Its glorious history, written in letters of gold, inspires us to put in good work for the fair name of our country. We declare our unflinching loyalty to our national flag and maintain that its course shall be our course, and that each individual amongst us will make genuine efforts to add to its luster and glory. May it fly proudly aloft the committee of nations. Let's observe 1 minute silence for world peace.
I request to continue to stand for the memory of Shri Sukumar Swami.
Kindly be seated. I now invite Lion Dr. Shri, Post Committee Chairperson, to offer the welcome address.
Dear Presided Officer, Regional Chairperson Venkatesh, our advisors Bimal and Shri, co-zone chairpersons Anil Kumar and Bhagya, and our senior lions, Nityanand Pai, who is the Secretary and Treasurer, Shiv Shankar, and my lion friends and dignitaries of the dais, and it's been a great pleasure for me to host this region meet 2018-19 of our Region 2 under the leadership of our Region Chairperson, Lion G. Venkatesh, who is the Senior Lion deeply committed to lionism. He's done various roles and important cabinet positions in the past, and I consider it to be my privilege and honor to work under his leadership. For the region meet, we have chosen two eminent speakers to address us, and I'm sure we shall take away lots of learning from these two leaders in their respective professions. Shri Santhosh, Hegde, former Chief Justice of Supreme Court of India and former Lok Ayuktha. Unfortunately, due to some emergency situation, he couldn't be with us, but he's shared his grand video message for us. And then our chief guest and theme speaker, Dr. Bimal, thank you, sir, thank you for taking your time, Dr. Bimal, to be with us. And he's a noted cardiologist who practices non-invasive cardiology, and you'll hear about the theme bypass or bypass surgery. And Santhosh Hegde needs no introduction and has been a crusader in fighting against corruption in high places and against political parties at large. I am personally a fan of Hegde ji, and I am impressed by his conviction and commitment to eradicate corruption from the society. He retired as Lokaयुक्त of Karnataka on 3rd August 2011. Subsequently, he joined the anti-corruption movement launched by Anna Hazare in 2011 as a core member of the Team Anna. And in 2012 August, he left Team Anna because they became a political party. And Dr. Bimal ji, our theme speaker of the day, will speak on bypass the bypass surgery. He is a former professor of All India Institute of Mental Sciences, New Delhi, and Medical Research and Public University based in New Delhi, India. AIMS was established in 1956 and operates autonomously under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Services. Dr. Bimal Chhajer, with his MBBS MD, is the founder of SOL Heart Center, the largest chain of non-invasive cardiology clinics in India, which is the need of the hour and is doing a human service to the society. He has authored more than 70 books, and among them, a book on reversing heart disease has been published in 10 different languages. He has delivered more than 5,000 public lectures across the world to educate heart patients in the last 25 years. A crusader against use of invasive treatments, he has helped more than 100,000 heart patients to avoid bypass surgery or angioplasty across the globe. As a host committee chairperson, along with my team of line leaders, I have taken care that the region meet be useful and informative and shall encourage each one of us to serve the society through Lionism in the coming years. I wish you all to enjoy the region meet and fellowship and develop bonding and take Lionism to greater heights by serving the needy and poor, enrich the society by our selflessness. Long live Lionism. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, the introduction of the region chairperson by Lion Sudarshan.
Good morning, presiding officer, lions and guests. I, P.V. Sudarshan from LCD Anubandha, take it as a proud moment to unwrap the memoranda of a rich treasure of 317F, Region Chairperson, G. Venkatesh. He is a tall, handsome, soft, gentle at heart, armory of our District 317F. He has done lots that we praise him till today. The gathering here is a testimony of his achievements. He was born on 12th August 1948 to Mr. Babanna and Narayana. He had his schooling in Bangalore. After that, he did his BA from St. Joseph's College, Bangalore. He also did MA in Political Science from Bangalore University. After that, he joined as a lecturer in Acharya College. From that time, it has been spinning for him. After joining as a lecturer, he strode many levels. He became the principal of Acharya College. And one of the noteworthy achievements of his leadership skill is, in Kolar district, he has trained more than thousands of students to take up education very seriously. In that again, a student by name Gayatri, first in the history of Kolar district, was a state level awardee and also a winner, rank holder, multiple talented student. A round of applause for Lion Venkatesh for his numerous progress. He is happily married to Mrs. Malati, his spouse. He has 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter named Bhushan, Madhusudan and Divya Chetana. He is instrumental in setting up number of education institutions. Under his armory, he has trained Global Educational Institute, Shri Venkateshwara Group of Institution, Shri Navodaya Group of Institution. Currently, he is a chairperson of Vidyaranya Group of Institutions. He has also held many posts and positions as an advisor, principal, chairman, namely few. He was heading as a principal of Principal Association, Rural District. He was the district chairperson for 5 times. He was the district deputy governor way back in 1985. This shows a testimony of how many long years he has tried together to be in the chair. Sir, here we are with you. We are proud of your achievements. We are there with you, and we continue to enjoy the freedom of learning with you, and we wish that you enjoy many more years in Lions. Long live Lions.
Thank you. Now we request our regional chairperson to address the gathering.
Good morning, friends. It's not good morning, it's good afternoon. First of all, I thank Santhosh for his good words by introducing me. I thank him once again. I also thank Satyanarayan Raju, District Governor of 317F, who has reposed confidence in me, nominating me as a region chairperson for this dynastic year. Thus, I am before you. Most respected and revered Shri Santhosh Hegde, former Lokayukta and former Supreme Court Justice. Today's theme speaker, Dr. Bimal, Chhajer, an highly accomplished heart surgeon from All India Institute of Medical Science, New Delhi, and a Savol Heart Center. Multiple council chairman, Lion Hegde Giridhar, Lion Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty, Lion D. Srinivasan PDG, Lion B. Mohan, galaxy of past district governors, district officials, cabinet officers, host committee chairpersons, co-chairpersons, Dr. Shima Shastri, Dr. Anil Kumar, Lion Bhagya, Secretary Lion D.N. Pai, Treasurer R. Shivshankar, Joint Secretary Lion Sikari Bhaskar, President, Secretary and Treasurer from my region clubs, invitees, guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, but not the least, my lady Lion Malathi Venkatesh. I'm really happy to welcome you all once again. Friends, my heart is filled with joy and happiness as I stand before this wonderful assembly of great lions and invitees in a large number on this beautiful Sunday morning. Despite your busy schedules, you are with us, and this shows your deep commitment in the cause of lionsism and service. I consider this morning as a day to be written in letters of gold, a memorable journey of service during the last 7 months. I express my sincere gratitude to each one of you for the love and affection shown to me during my visits to our clubs and service projects. Today also, you have planned for many service activities this afternoon in the august presence of our chief guest. My memory goes back to the good old days when I never dreamt of becoming a region chairman once, but all of you have given me a second innings also. Friends, we are all coming from the society. We have been shaped by the society. We have taken lots and lots of things from the society. But we have an obligation or duty to serve for the same community as for the same society. In this direction, Lions Clubs International is doing their best in serving the humanity. We are all proud to be involved with the great humanitarian voluntary organization, Lions Club International, which has already completed its 102 years of its existence in this world. It is amazing to know that we belong to an international family of 1.5 million of members from across 4,800 plus clubs spread over routes in more than 210 countries. Unbelievable. The amount of service the clubs are doing all over the world is something unparalleled. One thing is sure, that there is a lion where there is a need. During this year, my region clubs have done extremely well in all spheres of activities, namely health, education, awareness, environment, twinning activities within the district and outside the district, while even our clubs had international twinning programs outside the countries also. My regional clubs have gone further in the rehabilitation program during the floods in Kerala, Kodagu, Gaja cyclone in Chennai. This shows the magnanimity of my regional clubs in coordination with the other clubs in the district, which are doing amazing humanitarian services. Friends, like Ramanathan from Lions Club of Pinya Dasrali, like Ramanamurthy from Lions Club of Vijayanagar, is ready to give a note on regional owner of the service activities of the clubs of Region 2. Further, clubs of our region are planning to have legacy projects like establishing a clock tower in prominent places in the city of Bangalore and to install pollution recording machines. Friends, not to take much of your time, I wish to acknowledge the august presence of a great crusader against corruption, a man of integrity who is going to address through video clipping, and each one of us are lucky to listen to his words of wisdom. Similarly, we have the august presence of our highly accomplished heart surgeon to enlighten us on the developments and prevention of heart surgery, who has come all the way from New Delhi. I thank profusely to both of our guests for accepting our invitation. And my special thanks to all my host committee, chairman, co-chairman, secretary, treasurer, and all the members of the host committee who worked hard to arrange this wonderful regional meet. My affection to all my kind friends who are gracious, smartly dressed up lady ladies, who have added color to this regional meet. Thank you. With the slogan, we serve. Thank you, one and all, and a long live Lions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for being a visionary leader. We wish you achieve greater heights in all your future endeavors.
Now, I request and invite Anil Kumar, Zone Chairperson, to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Bimal.
Good afternoon. Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and my dear friends. In fact, I don't know what new I can say because my host committee chairperson has snatched away whatever I have to say. He already introduced the great speaker today. But as a formality, I will just do it. Dr. Bimal Chhajer, MBBS MD, is a well-known personality in the world of medical science. He is a pioneer in non-invasive cardiology in India. Dr. Chhajer, born in 1961 in a Jain family, grew up in a small village in West Bengal and passed his matriculation with flying colours from the local school. He studied in St. Lawrence High School in Kolkata. Thereafter, and in 1986, passed out his MBBS from R.K. Kar Medical College, Kolkata. At the age of 25 years, he left Kolkata for Delhi, where he started working in the Department of Cardiology at Dr. Ramanohar Lohiya Hospital, New Delhi. A particular incident incident changed his life here and reformed his ideas about the treatment of cardiac patients. Doctor, maybe you know what is that incident during the course of your life. He started advocating non-invasive or preventive cardiology. He then completed his MD from King George Medical College, Lucknow, where he took up research to treat heart patients non-invasively. Post-MD, he worked at the famous, distinguished All India Institute of Medical Science, AIIMS, for 6 years as a senior resident doctor and as an assistant professor. He also got training in yoga therapy. His research at the AIIMS showed that not only heart patients could prevent coronary heart disease, but can also reverse or cure heart disease. Dr. Chhajer during this period also got trained by Dr. Dean Ornish, who pioneered the lifestyle treatment in USA and proved reversal of heart disease by his lifestyle heart trial to the medical science. In 1995, based on his past research, Dr. Bimal Chhajer resigned from the AIIMS and started practically training and treating heart patients by his new treatment called SOL, that is Science of Art of Living. In 1997, Dr. Chhajer opened a second clinic in Mumbai and in due course of time in Kolkata, Chennai, Bengaluru and Hyderabad. His head office is situated in South Delhi. Today his brainchild, SOL Heart Program, is a widely accepted treatment program for reversing heart disease, where in addition to the allopathic medicines, patients are taught yoga, meditation, zero oil cooking, stress management, exercises and medical knowledge. I think these are some of the things which you always miss out, and he is pioneering in that. Dr. Chhajer has authored about 70 books for heart patients. His numerous lectures are available in the form of CD, and he is a magnificent teacher of preventive cardiology. He has been traveling all over the world to promote non-invasive mode of treatment. He also publishes 3 monthly magazines on heart care. Maybe if somebody is interested, we could subscribe to that. To further pursue preventive cardiology and to fight against the excessive use of invasive cardiology, Dr. Chhajer has recently started 2 more non-invasive treatments in his center. These are called PAN bypass. We only know PAN as our PAN number, but here we've got a PAN bypass, called in short form as natural bypass, and biochemical angioplasty. Both are very effective and non-invasive procedures. Both are time-tested, cheap and without any side effects. Both can be practiced along with this lifestyle program, SOL Heart program, to make the treatment of coronary heart disease complete. I'm sure that this is a very interesting topic. Many of us here could be heart patients, or because of our lifestyle, we could be getting into that border. So I think today is the day where we can have some guidance from him and maybe take advice on this. Over to Dr. Chhajer.
Thank you. We recognize the presence of our district governor, like Satyanarayana Raju, to this gathering. We welcome you.
Lion Venkatesh, the dignitaries on the stage, the distinguished members of the Lion Club. This is not the first time that I am talking to the Lions Club, but this is a big gathering and a magnificent gathering. I have been seeing the program. It looks like it's so accurately planned and executed. Anyway, I am happy to be here with you to share a few things about heart disease. Don't think that I am going to talk to you about the medical aspects of heart disease in too much of medical language. I am going to talk to you in a language which is like a storytelling. Have you heard a story ever in your life? Mother, grandmother used to tell a story, and today that story of heart disease I am going to unveil in front of you. But before I start, let me just give you a few observations. Heart disease is #1 killer in India today. It kills how many people? If I look at the figures, it is every 10 seconds one person is dying of heart attack. Every 10 seconds, that means in 1 minute 6 people. And every day there are 9,000 people dying of heart attacks in India. And all these attacks can be prevented by whatever I am going to tell you in the next 35-40 minutes. I usually take about 2 hours to give a talk, but today I try to squeeze it to about 40 minutes. Let's see. Number two is the number of heart patients are growing, and this is not a matter of success for the medical science. See, if you just use a little common sense, the polio patients are nowhere to be seen, smallpox has been eliminated. These are matters of success. And you can see huge number of heart patients all around you. It is not a matter of success, it is a matter of failure. And why this failure has happened? Because our whole cardiology system says, don't worry about creating the blockage. You create, we will solve it by bypass surgery. We will open big hospitals, we will do more surgeries, but don't stop producing heart patients. And this is what is going wrong. If we don't address the real reason of the heart disease, we are never will be able to control the heart disease. Lot of people have a kind of different notions. One gentleman came to me the other day, sir, there is a tremendous success in cardiology. I said, where do you see the success? He says, sir, there were 2 heart hospitals in Delhi, now there are 25. I said, anything did you see more? Sir, all the buildings are growing taller and broader. I said, if every patient pays 3-4 lakh rupees, then the buildings will definitely become taller and bigger. Anything else? Sir, you can see the queue of the people, in the heart hospitals. I said, tell me the number of heart patients are increasing or not. Oh, it's increasing like anything. I said, that is not a matter of success, a matter of failure. So with that 3 observations, let me start with my talk. I have some slides with me, and I'm going to show them. About the incident that changed my life. A lot of people ask me, sir, why are you completely different than your own fellows? The cardiologists, they say you need a bypass surgery, you need angioplasty. Why are you against them? What made you change your mind? Now let me just spend 2 minutes, 3 minutes to make you aware about what exactly happened. I was 25 years of age, bubbling with all the energy that I'll treat heart patients. I shifted from Calcutta after my MBBS to Delhi, and I joined a hospital called Dr. Ram Manohar Lohiya Hospital in New Delhi. As a junior resident of cardiology, I was treating heart patients in the outdoor OPD, and one patient came. He had heart problem, so as usual, that time it was 1986. That is about 32 years back. Bypass surgery, angioplasty was not that popular. We used to treat heart patients with medicines. So I wrote some tablets for him, and he got all the relief. But I did not change his lifestyle. He kept on eating, having all the bad habits, and his blockages grew. I did not bother. I just, as a usual person, the patient came back, sir, the pain is still coming. So I increased the tablet. He was alright for some time. Again he came, sir, again the pain is coming. I increased further tablets. We went till 15 tablets. And then one fine day he developed a heart attack, and he was admitted in the same hospital where I was there. And we, all the team of cardiologists, we tried our best to save that patient. And that patient expired after 3 hours of fight. The patient expired. It was a usual scene in the ICU in our hospital. That patient has come. We tried and we failed, and we wrote the death certificate, called the relatives of the patient, told him what we tried our best. And they said, yes, we saw 10 doctors running around and somebody giving oxygen, somebody giving electric shock. You tried your best, and we are sorry, and they left. But that day, the file was closed in the hospital, but in my mind, a new file opened up. Why did the patient die? If I was in the right direction, if I was treating him right, then he should not have died. From the beginning of my childhood, I learned the doctor has to cure the patient. At least the blockade, the treatment, the disease should not grow. And here we found, because the person is not told about the lifestyle, food, exercise. He was having bad lifestyle and he was eating all the wrong food. His blockages were growing. I was helping him to relieve the pain with the tablets. And that day suddenly I realized almost all the cardiologists are doing the same thing. They are not telling the patient what is leading to this blockage. They are only giving them relief. And when they develop more, then they go for surgery, angioplasty. And this is what I suddenly realized was going wrong. I could not have any other opinion, but I started talking to seniors. I talked to my senior. I asked him, sir, I want to talk to you for a few minutes. He said, Bimal, tell me, I've heard one patient expired and you were very upset. I said, sir, exactly, I'm not upset because of the patient, I'm upset because of the cardiologist. He said, what do you mean? I asked him a simple question, sir, what is this treatment where the disease grows? And he could not answer me. He said, Bimal, do you think all the cardiologists, all the hospitals are going in the wrong direction? I said, sir, exactly, this is what I am looking at. The treatment is not at all delivered. We are doing just a supplementary work of giving relief to the patient and bypassing the main problem. My boss, he told me, Bimal, what you are doing is all right. We have to only write the medicines. What the patient will eat and what he will not eat is not our job. Let him do whatever he wants to do. I said, sir, in that case the blockage will grow, then what do I do? He will come back to me. You increase the tablets. I said, again he will come, then what do I do? You increase further tablets. I said, then when he gets a heart attack, what do I do? He said, you admit him. I said, sir, then he dies, then what do I do? You write a death certificate allowed by the government. And that day, I could not support him. And I decided that I will not do this again. Next day onwards, I started a very simple thing. I will tell the heart patient that these medicines I am writing can never cure you. If you want to really cure yourself, then you start changing your food habits, start walking, do exercise, yoga, stress management. And this is what started the whole theory. During my MD, I worked on this theory that what all we can do for heart patient, what kind of education we can impart on them so that they don't get heart problem. I did that and I found that about 100 of my patients, we did not have to increase the medicines, we were decreasing the medications. And then 6 years in the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, I did the exact same research and we zeroed on many new things that heart patients must understand what is heart problem in detail. They should use the common sense to understand what they should do, what they should not do. And with that, I found about 300 of my patients did not require any bypass surgery and angioplasty. And with that success, I was full with energy, and I organized an international meet in AIMS in 1995, first international conference on lifestyle and health. But following that, I decided that I must resign and start working in a bigger sphere. And in 95, I resigned from AIMS and to start a center called Science and Art of Living. You can understand the meaning, medical science and art together. From the medical science, I picked up all the knowledge, all the medical management, all the medicines and all the medical tests. But only thing I did not pick up is cutting the body, disturbing the body. I gave up bypass surgery, angioplasty and angiography. What are common things amongst them? They disturb the natural body. Remember, we have all the gadgets with us, computers and laptops and what all, fridge, AC, all of them. We know the technology, we can open all of them and put them back again and it will start working. But nature, we do not know. You pluck a flower from the tree, can you put it back again? Why? Let's make it a little more complicated. I open a pomegranate and I open all the grains and then ask you to pack it back in the way nature has done it. Can you do that? This was very simple understanding that don't cut the body. The body is the nature's best machine. It is better not to open the packing. And once you open the packing, you cannot put it back in the same way. And this is the reason the complications happen in bypass surgery. And this theory I found very tenable that till last we should not allow the bypass surgery or angioplasty to happen. If we can reverse our disease by lifestyle change, then why not? So with that, let me show you some slides. I'll quickly go over the introductory part. This is Saul means Science and Art of Living. This is our network today. In India, we have about 78 centers, and including 2 in Bangladesh, in Chittagong and Dhaka, 1 in Kathmandu, and 1 in United States of America, Los Angeles. We are running centers all across India, and you can see our network over here. We have 8 centers in Delhi, and in Bangalore I have got 3 centers, one in Bansankari, one in Hebbal and one in Marathalli, all 3 corners of Bangalore. This is one of my famous books called Reversal of Heart Disease in 5 Easy Steps, and this has been published in about 10 languages including Kannada, Tamil, Telugu and all of the languages. This is a book called Natural Bypass. I must tell you a very important thing, that our heart has been provided with a second set of tubes. Lot of people don't know. We have 2 kidneys, that everybody knows. 1 kidney we can donate to somebody. That means buy one, get one free. 1 kidney is required, 1 is free, extra. Similarly, in the heart there is an extra set of tube, and we can open that up, then there is no need of the surgery. And this is called natural bypass. What is that? You know, when a sportsman keeps on running every day, you will see his capacity increases again, much more than ourselves. Why? Because by running, they open the second set of tubes. The second set of tubes are called capillaries and collaterals. These are thousands and thousands of small tubes which are connected together. So when we when we run, what happens? The heart gets so much of extra blood. Those small tubes, they all get activated. Normally they are not working, they are dormant. So the medical science has recently developed a machine through which you can open all those dormant arteries without exercising at all. You have a machine where the patient has to lie. You can see a machine over there, and there are jackets. There are jackets which are put around the legs, and the jackets keep on pumping the blood to the heart, and it is synchronized with the ECG. When the heart pumps, the legs are filled up with blood, and then the legs pump and fill up the heart with blood. That means it is a simulation of exercise. So patient has to lie down on the bed, and the muscles keep on pushing more blood to the heart and open those collateral tubes. About 35 to 40 sessions of 1 hour. This program, this machine was approved by the US FDA. American government FDA is supposed to be the most stringent, organization who approves the medical management in USA. And US FDA approved this, and it is now available in many hospitals in India. We use this extensively. We tell people, you have an extra tube, why not open them up? And this is called natural bypass. I wrote a book on this, Goodbye Bypass Surgery, Welcome Natural Bypass. I have a lot of other books called Yoga for Reversal Heart Disease. There are tips on diabetes patient, diet, blood pressure, losing weight, and all these books have been published in different languages. We developed a cooking process called zero oil cooking. That means you cook all the vegetables and dal, everything, but without a drop of oil. And I'm going to explain what exactly is that. Remember, very simple thing. Of course, a lot of ladies are there, which is really appreciated, that if you put oil in your tongue, there is no taste. The taste does not come from oil, taste comes from spices. We tell people that till now we have learned that the spices can be cooked only with oil. But there is a second possibility, that cooking the spices with water only. And this I realized after a very simple exposition. I had a maid servant who came and told me, "Doctor, we never cooked with oil." I said, "Why?" "My mother told me never use oil for making vegetables and dals." I said, "Why?" "Because we don't have money." We, in all our slums, we have been cooking with water only. Only when I came to work with the rich people, then I came to know even oil can be used to fry the masalas. So that means the poor people who do not buy oil, they can fry the masalas, the spices with water. And this is what we have done, that we promoted this poor man's cooking to the rich people, those who are getting heart problems. The poor don't get heart problems. So without oil, if we can cook and the taste is equally good, then I ask my patient, "Do you want oil or you want taste?" What is the answer? We want taste, and the taste is equally good. What is the problem? I must tell you, Sapna Bookstore has published about 8 of my books in Kannada language also, and I have got these cooking books also translated into all the regional languages of South India. These are zero oil cookbook, about 150 dishes without, and zero oil snacks, zero oil thali, zero oil sweets, and zero oil South Indian cookbook. These are about 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the heart. 1,000 recipes without oil we created for the he And there are plenty of books I started writing. Anyway, I'm just going to, these are my Bengali books, these are Gujarati, Punjabi, Marathi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada. And I recorded a lot of videos. All my lectures you can see in YouTube. Go to YouTube and just write Bimal Chhajer, you will get so much. And the zero oil cooking, if you see there are about 1.5 million views in that cooking class. And you can always see that cooking class and learn how to cook with water, without oil. And the taste will be equally good. Anyway, I also bring out some magazines. Now let's see, what is a heart problem? What is a heart problem? Heart, when it supplies the blood to the whole body, it receives 3 tubes for its own. And inside these tubes, the blockages happen. I've just opened one of the tubes to show you how the blockages happen. This is you can see 10 years of age, there is no blockage. Then there is 20 years of age, little blockage, more blockage, more blockage, more blockage, more blockage. At the age of 60, somebody becomes a heart patient. Means what? It has taken 30, 40 years to grow the blockage. These blockages don't grow to the children. When the child grows, you remember, the child grows, the growth itself takes up all the fat. But once the growth stops at the age of 18 or 20, then the blockages start growing. So at the age of 20, somebody starts growing the blockage. At the age of 60, he comes to know his heart patient. That means how many years? 40 years to grow 80%. That means 2% per annum. This is the usual growth of a blockage. So a person does not know about the blockage till 80% blockage. Why? Because our heart's requirement is sufficiently met with 20% blood supply. Heart has a 100% supply through these tubes, and inside these tubes 80% is blocked, there is no problem. Why? Because our requirement has 2 kinds of requirement. Our heart, when we are sitting or lying or standing, our heart is very slow, the requirement is only 10%. When you want to walk, then the requirement is 20%. So if 20% is open, person says, sir, I walk 5 kilometers per day, I can climb up, I have no problem. When a person says, if I walk, if I climb, I get some chest pain or breathlessness, that means he has crossed 80% blockage. So the person will come to me as a heart patient only after the blockage has crossed 80%. Now this is what reality a lot of people don't know. That what do you think yourself? All of you are in zero blockage, no? What do you say? We don't know. You may be at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, but you will have no difficulty. Only when you cross 80%, then you start getting trouble. So when a patient comes to me, sir, if I walk, I get a chest pain. What does it mean? That he has already crossed 80% blockage. So the speed of the blockage is 2% per year. But somebody wants to fasten it up. Can he do that? Yes. They can eat lot of fatty food and smoke cigarettes and no exercise. The blockage will grow faster. So if the speed is 4% per year, how many years now? At the age of 40, somebody gets a heart problem. Possible or not? You have been seeing so many people now. At 30, I am seeing heart patients now because the growth of the blockage is 6% per year with a bad lifestyle. So who will govern the speed? God or us? Us. So now you have understood heart disease. In one sentence, if I have to say, what is heart disease? It is more than 70-80% blockage in the tubes called coronary tubes supplying the heart with blood. Now this is called this is what is heart disease. In one sentence, you can make people understand heart disease. But what has happened now? When you go to a cardiologist, he gives you a lot of medical, jargon. Person says, sir, if I walk, I get a chest pain. If I stand, then the pain goes off. Cardiologist immediately knows that 80 blockage has already happened. He will say it is coronary artery disease. Patient does not know what is coronary artery disease. Says, sir, what is that? No, it is atherosclerosis. Atheroma and sclerosis both has happened simultaneously inside the lumen of your coronary arteries. Now, clear to you or not? You can get confused with the medical jargon, and most of the people actually have that process. We don't know what is heart problem. Heart problem is nothing but blockages more than 70-80%. Now what is the heart attack? You must have heard heart disease, patient can suddenly get heart attack and die. What is heart attack? Heart attack is this 80% blockage you can see. Now this 20% which is open suddenly can get blocked up with a clot. The blood is flowing over here. The blockage is covered with a membrane. And if the blockages grow, the membrane will stretch and one day the membrane will burst. And the moment the membrane bursts, within 1 minute chemicals are released, they mix with the blood and a clot is formed. Now this is called 100% blockage, called a heart attack. So heart disease means blockages more than 70-80% and heart attack means 100% blockage. Heart disease takes 30-40 years to happen, heart attack takes 1 minute. Why? Because the heart disease was there and the blockage was stretching the membrane, and one day the membrane, I tell very simple example that there is a bundle of notes with a rubber band and I am putting more note, what will happen to the rubber band? Rubber band will burst, and the moment it bursts, some chemicals are released, they mix with the blood and the clot will happen. And 100 blockage means what? Person needs 10% blood at rest, so he does not get the pain, blood at rest. So what is the symptom of a heart patient? Heart attack. He says, sir, pain, immense pain even at rest. I am not doing any activity, I am lying down, still so much of pain. That means the blockage has become 100. So if you walk, if you climb, you get a pain or breathlessness, it is more than 80% blockage. And if you get pain at rest, it is a heart attack. And this can be confirmed with lot of medical tests. So you have understood two very important things. What is heart problem and what is heart attack. Now how to prevent a heart attack? Very simple if you use common sense. I tell people, if I am putting notes into the rubber band, what should I do? Say, sir, don't put further notes. That means prevention. Don't allow the blockages to grow further. Second is what? You start pulling out some notes. So the rubber band becomes relaxed. This is called reversal of heart disease. So there are two possibilities. One, you don't allow the blockages to grow. Second, you start withdrawing some blockage from inside. And this is what is possible now. The medical science has proved that if you follow all the dictums, you can even start reversing the blockage. And if you reverse the blockage, there is no need of a bypass surgery or angioplasty. Now this is a simple process. Let me explain how do we go about it. First thing I ask people, tell me this blockage is made up of what? Made up of fat. And there are two kinds of fats. One is cholesterol, one is triglycerides. You have to understand both of them. Both of them contribute to the blockage. Now what is cholesterol? Cholesterol is present, it's a fat, present in only one food in the world. And what is this food called? This is called animal food. Animal food means all the meat, chicken, mutton, beef, all the kinds of meat and fish and egg and milk. Milk is also an animal food. Remember the opposite side, no vegetarian food has any cholesterol. No vegetables, no fruits, no cereals, they have any cholesterol. They only have cholesterol in animal food. So suppose an oil called sunflower oil. This is animal or plant? Plant. Sunflower oil is a plant food. So it has no cholesterol. But what it contains? It contains triglycerides. So oil has the name called triglycerides. So we have to cut down both the items in the food. One is cholesterol, that means all the animal food to be cut down. In the animal food there are categories. The highest amount of fat and cholesterol is present in red meat, then the white meat, then the fish, then the egg, then the milk. In the milk there are 5 categories. Full cream milk, cow milk, toned milk, double toned milk, skimmed milk. Now have you understood what I am looking for? I am looking for only skimmed milk or double toned milk for my heart patients, or supposedly if somebody says I have 30% blockage, 40% blockage, that also needs a prevention now. So I would want people to avoid all the animal food and milk also. and milk you can remove as much fat as possible. Then you are safe. Now what about the triglycerides? Triglycerides are present in only two items. One is nuts. From the nuts you make the oil. So if I don't allow you any oil, zero oil cooking, have you now understood why I am talking about zero oil cooking? Oil is nothing but triglyceride. You cook in your food, in your kitchen you cook, and then after all the cooking is over by evening, you touch the wall which is nearest to the gas burner, and you will see something is sticking on the wall. What is that? Oil. And this oil also sticks into the heart arteries and create the blockage. So zero oil cooking is what I require for my heart patients. I tell them, you cook without oil and the taste is all the same. So you start losing weight, and the oil has a lot of calories. So you start losing weight, your blood pressure gets controlled, sugar gets controlled. So it controls all the things. So zero oil cooking, and that oil also comes from the nuts. Remember the cashew nut, almond and walnut, lot of people prescribe, doctors prescribe, you take some of them. But that is going to create more blockage because they are full of fats. Somebody says, sir, nuts, I heard that peanuts can be taken. I said, look, I am cutting down the oil, peanut oil, and peanut if I give you, it is all the same. So you have to use the common sense. Nevertheless, people say, sir, does our body need oil or not? Yes, our body needs oil, and the nature has already put oil in every food. Chapati has 1% oil, rice has 1% oil, dals have 5% oil. All the food has oil, innate oil. God, when He created us, He put all the oils in every food, that no oil company is required, no oil factory is required. Do you think God created these oil factories before He created us? No, there was no oil factories. After the oil factories have come, we started dying. So remember, oil is not required by our body separately. So zero oil cooking is what I want. Now these two items deposit, and then there are a lot of people who help them. What are these? These are blood pressure. If the blood pressure is high, your blockage speed will increase. Blood pressure cannot create the blockage, but it will increase the speed of blockage. Sugar can increase the speed of the blockage. Smoking can increase the speed of the blockage. If you are overweight, your speed of the blockage will increase. So there are other factors which help cholesterol and triglyceride to create more blockage. There is another thing I want you to understand because this will be, always coming to your mind. Which oil is better? Have you heard of such a thing? Sunflower oil, olive oil, gingerly oil, whatever oil. I must tell you a very simple formula. Understand this. What is this? Water. But what is written here is Bisley or Kinley or Aquafina. Tell me, are these three bottles having some content? Is same or it is different? I poured 3 glasses of water, one from Bisley, one from Kinley, one from Aquafina, and I served to you. Tell me which one is Bisley, which one is Aquafina, which one is Kinley. Can you tell me? Why? The difference is minimum. I talked to one of the companies, sir, our machines are imported from Germany, their machines from America. It does not make a difference. You tell me whether they have same content or not, sir, exactly same content. So remember, all the oils have same content. They are all triglycerides. You go to a pathology lab, sir, I want my olive oil blood level. They will laugh at you. They say, no, we don't give you separately. It is all the same. No, sir, I am eating safola. You make 3 vegetables, one with safola, one with olive oil, one with canola. And you ask somebody, sir, which one is safola sabji, which one is cooked with which oil? Can you tell me that after eating the food? That means all oils are. Now you can decide which oil you want to have a heart attack with. Safola wala chahiye ya olive oil wala chahiye. Have you understood this very simple thing? So all the oils are equally bad for heart. So it is good to have minimum oil for prevention, and for reversal I want not a drop of oil. So these 2 things you have to understand, and there are few things which help. What we did, we created a very wonderful chart called safety circle. These are the causes of the blockage. Remember, main two things are first two, cholesterol and triglyceride. They deposit, and the red ones, blood pressure, sugar, smoking, alcohol, overweight and stress, they increase the speed of the blockage. And there are four things which can stop the blockage. What are these? What are these? Fiber and antioxidant. They are available from fruits and vegetables. So we have to eat lot of fruits and vegetables to prevent heart problem. And then there is exercise. We want about 35 minutes exercise every day in the form of walking, and we want some yoga for about half an hour. So this is what is our prescription to bypass surgery that you have to follow. And what we have done, we created a chart. If you see this is called safety circle. This is, you will see the names: cholesterol, triglyceride, blood pressure, sugar, smoking, weight, walking, zero oil cooking, and then lot of milk and milk intake, fruits, vegetables. We have created 3 zones: red, yellow, green. Red means you are unsafe, you are growing the blockage, you are going towards a heart attack. So if you cross the red light, you have a chance of accident. So if you are in the red zone, your blockage is increasing. If you are in the yellow zone, you are preventing. You are not going up in the blockage. And in the green zone, you are reversing. When I deal with my heart patients, I tell them you have a green zone only. Those who are not heart patients, I tell them, okay, yellow is alright. And those who want to create heart problem, up to you. Anyway, people want to know, sir, how do I know the blockage is there or not? There is a beautiful test now. Previously, we used to have a test called ECG. ECG does not give you any blockage. Why? You know? A person is lying down. I told you, lying down our requirement is 10%. So if 90% is blocked, 10 is still open, ECG will be normal. 90% blockage, ECG does not show anything. So somebody says, sir, you told me if we walk then the heart speed goes up. If we run then, I said then your requirement is 30%. So our requirement is 10% when you are sitting or lying, 20 when you walk and 30 when you run. So somebody can run and we do the ECG. What is this test called? Treadmill test. Treadmill test, if it is negative, that means 30 is open. Means 70 blockage, you still don't have any problem. So till 70 blockage, nobody gets any treadmill positive also. So even if you go for a preventive checkup to a treadmill says alright, means there is not zero blockage, it means the blockage will still be 70%. So now there are 2 tests left out. One is, you go to a heart hospital, ask them, sir, I want to know what is my blockage, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I don't want to wait till 70. I want to know where I am now. Possible or not? They say we'll do an angiography. You say, sir, what is an angiography? They said we will insert a wire inside your body to see the blockage. Looks like a crude method. Somebody says, sir, I've got a pain abdomen. Doctor says, I'll cut and see inside. Where is the pain? I said, do something from outside. Why do you have to put the wire inside? And the person may die because of the wire only. And nobody will go for such a test. If you want them, they have no problem, they just want to know the blockage. Then there is a new test has come called CT angiography. You know CT scan of the brain. Similarly, there is a scan called CT coronary scan. You just lie down, scan your heart, and you know the blockage. And this test is now widely available. In Bangalore, at least 20 machines are there, where you can just walk in 5 minutes and you know what is the condition of your heart blockage. And this scan is now widely available. What we have done, we have done some jugaad. You know what is a jugaad? It's an Indian term now in English directory. Jugaad is an Indian way of doing things. When I write a prescription for a CT angiography, they have a price of 15,000 rupees. So I write and immediately after you do the test, 5,000 rupees comes back to me. You know what is that? You know about that. I bargained with them. I said, look, 5,000 is too less. You should give me more. Sir, if you can send me 10 patients per month, I will give you 6,000. I said, I'll give you 50 cases. What will you do? Sir, you tell me. I said, I want 8,000. You get 7,000. And they agreed because 50 into 7,000, 3.5 lakh rupees per month. So I said, okay, now when will you give me the money? Sir, you said anybody will give it to him. I said, okay, all my patients, when they come, give them all the discount and do it at 7,000 rupees. So this test, instead of 50, now can be done at 7,000 rupees in Delhi, and Bangalore is still less, 6,500 rupees. So if you want this test to be done anytime, you can go to my website, saul.com, S-A-A-O-L, saul.com, and we have 3 clinics, Bansankari and Hebal and Marathalli. They will write a prescription for you and you get that discount. 6,500 rupees in 2-3 clinics we are getting it done. So in 5 minutes people can know how much is their blockage. Now, another very important thing, why people ask me, sir, why people go for a bypass surgery? Why people are opting for bypass surgery? If such a possibility is there, then why go for a bypass surgery? Why to cut open the whole body? Bypass surgery means what? You cut a leg tube and you open the chest, you open the bones, and then you stop the heart, and then you stitch that tube to the heart. Such a big surgery, why people are going for it? I'll tell you why people go for it. Remember, this membrane, I told you, the membrane, if the blockages grow, membrane will rupture, burst. Now, when will the membrane burst? There is an uncertainty. Why uncertainty? Because the structure of the membrane is not same for all of us. Our whole structure of the body is different from each other, isn't it? Do you think the membrane will be same? No. The membranes of each of us are different. There are people who come to me, sir, I cannot walk so much, I've got 90 blockage, and still no heart attack. That means what? The strength of the membrane is strong. That means Raymond's quality membrane. God has taken little more effort to make your membrane so it has not bursted at 90. But there are some unfortunate people who have local quality membrane, and at 50 it may burst. So the membrane bursting depends on the quality of the membrane. So we do not know when the membrane is going to burst. Now this is where the heart hospital comes into play. You walk into a heart hospital, tell them, sir, if I walk I get a chest pain. They already know your blockage is 70 or 80. They say we'll do an angiography and see if the blockage is there or not. You will say such a wonderful thing, there is a test, please do it. And they never want that without wire angiography. They don't want CT angiography. They will admit you, put a wire and put the wire in the heart, and then there they put the color and take the X-ray. Blockage will be there or not? Blockage will definitely be there. And then they create a fear, oh, only 2 minutes left out for you to die. Heart attack is going to come within 2 minutes. Now why 2 minutes? If you talk to the doctor, the reporting is 70, 80 and 90. If you see an angiography report, it will never be 73.51, 82.91. It will be 70 or 80 or... What is the difference between the 70 to 80? 2% per year. So 70 to 80 difference is 5 years. But the doctor says you have got 2 minutes to be alive. Now patient will hurry up or not? They will get into panic or not? Fear or not? Now this is what the whole hospital system does. When the patient comes, they don't tell them you will have 80 blockage. They say, we'll see if it is there or not. Now patient does not know that at 80 only I will get the pain. He thinks that okay, pain has come only for a month. That means what? I will probably have some 10-20 blockage. Let me check up. If the blockage is 10-20, I will go home. He does not know the blockage is already crossed. Now the doctor after an angiography pretends, oh, you got such a blockage, I never imagined you will have such blockage. 80 is minimum, sir, to get this difficulty. So the doctor creates a panic that okay, you may die any moment. Now what is the option? Sir, whatever you want, you decide. The decision is already made that you need a surgery. Now this process I want to reverse back. That the patient should have a option that, sir, I know the blockage is 70 or 80, you are telling rough figure 70 or 80. It's alright, I have a choice of reversing the blockage. I will go to the green zone of the circle, and if I reverse the blockage, then why do I need a surgery? Now this is what we have been able to convince our people that look, you have to understand. In YouTube, every day 50,000 people are seeing my videos. What I did, I said it's a internet modern era. So let's put everything into internet. So whatever I have been talking to you, I have put into internet, and people go to YouTube. Whenever somebody says, okay, I have got a heart problem, they just write heart, they reach our videos from the YouTube. They listen to the video, they understand such a simple thing that the blockage was already there, it was growing. If you don't grow, the heart attack does not happen. And if you reverse back, no heart attack is possible. So this is a very simple understanding about heart disease. I have told you about this. This is what I expect a heart patient to do. All the green zones I want to bring to, the red ones I want to bring to green. And this is what I explain to people. These are the 3 tubes which supply the blood to the heart. And these are the 3 tubes, names RCA, LED, LCX. These are the 3 tubes which get blockages. And this is how the blockage looks like. And what is our theory? Now what is bypass surgery? And angioplasty. This is angiography, which I don't know. Angiography means you have to put a wire inside your body. Remember a very simple formula I always tell. A pen I hold in the tip, I can control it. If I hold it to the end, then I can't control it. And if the wire is held 1 meter from the tip, wire is outside, you are holding. The tip is inside. You can't control that tip. And it can hit somewhere, it can scratch, it can puncture. So they get you right, everything that anything happens, we are not. And without wire, if we can know the blockage, what is the problem? And this CT angiography has become now very popular. People say, sir, 6,500, let me just get it, only to know if the blockage is there or not. And there is not a big amount to consider. Anyway, this is what is angioplasty and stent. I must tell you at this point about stent. I don't know how much time do I have. 5 minutes? 5 more minutes. I just borrowed. You've heard something called ballooning. What the hospitals do, one is bypass surgery. Another is called the stent. Now you have to understand what is an angioplasty or stent. Initially it was ballooning. That wire is there inside the blockage. You can see there is a balloon on that wire, blue color balloon. You push that wire and the balloon is deflated initially. Once the balloon reaches below the blockage, then you put water into the balloon and the balloon swells. Then what the blockage will happen? What will happen to the blockage? It will be pushed on the sides. And then they will remove the balloon, the blockage may come back. So they started putting stents. This is the stent. Can you see the stent? There's a wire. Have you did you ever open a ball pen and seen a spring inside? Now this is what exactly it looks like. A small spring, it usually manufacturing cost is 1,000 rupees. Sold to Indians for 10,000 rupees. Sold to the patient for 2.5 lakh rupees. You know what happened very recently? 2 years back, one of the lawyers, his name is Virendra Sangwan. He was harassed by the heart hospital, so he took a oath that I will not leave you like that. He went to RTI. RTI, right to information, that 90% of these stents are imported from abroad. So I want to know what is the customs duty paid and what is the actual cost of import. So the government of India wrote to him, it is 5 to 10,000 per stent. Now it is being sold for 1.5 lakh to 2.5 lakhs. So he knew that I have no authority I can approach that, sir, such a exorbitant, how do you charge? So he did a very wonderful thing. He filed a PIL, public interest litigation, to oppose, sir, these stents are available in the market, but there is no MRP in it. So please fix up an MRP for the stents. Reasonable. Court says, okay, yeah, if it is not there, you should. And then they realize that 10,000 is multiplied by 15 to 25 times. So they gave notice to the government that you have to do something and this is the last date. If you don't decide, then we decide. Ultimately, February 2017, the government came upon the stent companies that you can't sell any stent in India more than 30,000 rupees. So 2.5 lakh become What about the profits of the heart hospital? Have you understood the meaning? So much of inflation of the cost. And this is one of the reasons the doctor started fearing the patient. You will die in 2 minutes. The patient has no option. But something changed in the government hospitals. Because the government hospitals, the stent used to be pushed to the doctors. That, sir, 10,000 rupees. If the government buys for 2 lakh rupees, you will also get some money. So the government doctors used to get huge amount of money. That stopped immediately because now the government will buy only for 30,000 rupees. But the private hospital, they did a new thing again. What did they do now? They used to charge 1.5 lakh rupees for the stent, 30,000 to put the stent. Now they did opposite. 30,000 for the stent, 1.5 lakh rupees to put the stent. Now what do you do now? But remember one very important thing. The blockages took 30-40 years to grow. The stent don't take so much time. We get patients at 6 months, 1 year because it's a foreign body. Remember, the original is always original. A flower in the tree will last for 10 days and you put it in the flower pot, it will not last for 10 days now. So whenever you put something unnatural inside the body, a stent, it does not last for a long time. So these are the major reasons that the stents get repeated again and again. I get people who have got 7 stents, 10 stents, so we are against the stents also. Anyway, if you can reverse the heart disease with bypass surgery, without bypass surgery, we also have a machine called natural bypass, where you can open the tubes by not cutting the body. And then there is the last thing. There's a lady who came to me long time back, sir, why can't you get a medicine to open the blockage? I said, what is that? Sir, in our kitchen we put lot of garbage into the drain. The drain gets blocked up, then we buy some drainage and put it there, it cleans. Why don't you get a chemical like that? And then we realize there is a chemical called EDTA, which can also remove 5-10% of the blockage. If 10% can be removed, the membrane becomes relaxed and the chances of heart attack are also very less. This is called EDTA. There is a big trial which is very recently done and published in Journal of American Medical Association on EDTA, and they are showing that this creates a lot of less morbidity and mortality. So nevertheless, I have tried to give you a brief idea about what is heart disease, what should be the actual treatment and what actually is being done. And I want you to understand them. I think we have written a small booklet. The booklet is there. In your packet, I have written a small booklet. You know, once I used to do a 3-day training camp for my heart patients. One of the patients told me, sir, I read your 400-page book. I can't read so much. Why don't you write a small book? So what I did, 3 days, 3 hours I started writing. After the whole day's camp, 6 o'clock, I will clock myself and I will write whatever I told in the whole day. And within 3 days, I made a booklet. And that booklet, Mr. Venkatesh has supplied to each of you in that in your bag. So you can always read about it, understand all the treatment, whatever I told you, I put all of them into the book. So I must thank all of you for inviting me over here. And if my speech, if my talk makes some changes in your life, I will be feeling very privileged. I must thank Venkatesh, his team, and Mr. Shastri. They all came to me and invited me. I told them, look, sir, I am coming to Bangalore on this date. If you can adjust on that day. They said this exactly falls on our day. So today I am here. I have to see a lot of patients today also. Tomorrow evening I go back to Delhi. And it happens like that I come to Bangalore about every 2 months. And anytime you need my help, you can write to me in the mail. Thank you so much.
Enlightenment on most essential knowledge in a simple ways how to reverse the blockage and the heart attacks. Healthy heart is a happy life, and it is we will take all your suggestions, and thanks for the booklet what you have given to us. And the Lions can utilize the website saoon.com so that all the speech here, the knowledge is in that website. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much on behalf of our lives and our entire our region. Now, we acknowledge and welcome the presence of our International Director Endorsee Lion Chhajer. Welcome, sir.
Region 2 has 3 zones put into 12 clubs. We now release the treasure of our region by unveiling souvenir. Request the Chief Guest, Dr. Bimal, and Region Chairperson to release the souvenir. I request the Editor, Line D. Presided, and the Committee Chairperson, Line Gangadhar Rao, Multiple Council Chairperson, Line Editor, PDG Line Mohan to join. I also invite our Governor, Line Satyanarayan Raju, Thank you, sir. One of the unique features of our Lions Club is to recognize, distribute and deliver humanitarian service to the needy. I now invite Lion Ramanathan and team to present the service activities.
Now we will felicitate and honor our guest Dr. Presided. Thanks to all the dignitaries for honoring our chief guest, Dr. Bimal Chhajer. Now I invite Lion Ramanathan and Shri to present the service activities on this occasion.
Thanks, Lion Prasad. Presiding officer, with the permission, I think we are far behind in terms of time, and we'd like to do this as quickly as possible. But prior to that, just to showcase the activities that has happened, this line is here. It was on the 12 minutes, and this was on video. Shankar, we could just switch to the series activity. Take about 11 minutes of this presentation. And it starts with a regional chairperson. He's been there in the line for the last 43 years, experience. Zone chairpersons, Lam Shastri, and Anil Kumar, and our activities. But before we begin, a little bit of history for all those people who are new here. We started our journey a little over 100 years ago, when Melvin Jones said, we can't get very far until you've done something for someone else. And started the first Lions Club in 1917. And with a simple yet powerful motto, we serve, started our journey. And after 102 years of serving humanity with 1.5 million lions all over the world, 47,000 clubs, 200 plus countries served in regions. We also respond to a global process including diabetes, environment, hunger relief, childhood cancer and vision, even while we address our local community problems in our clubs. A few glimpses of our service activities in this Majestic year 2018-19. It comes zone-wise. I would encourage you to look at the screens. It's a self-running presentation. It covers all the 12 clubs in our region. The teams of Bangalore Metro and Ramesh Bangera, the president with his team. The activities included this year: 2 eye camps, blood donations, education, we have boosted medals in students, in the environment. We have raised about 8,44,000 rupees and served 200 plus beneficiaries. Bangalore Shri, one of senior club, led by Venkatesh and his team. They have a lot of permanent projects. They built a cycle stand in the government school and washroom facilities in the ashram, and they continue to do a lot of work, including today. They have a service activity, and we're very proud to announce that. They spent about 3,94,000 rupees this year and served more than 1,000 people. Bangalore Vijayanagar, like I last team, 67 people. They have actually grown their club this year as well. A lot of permanent projects, they have water purification projects, one of the signature projects, and they've served over 9,000 people. Raised 6.5 lakhs.
Hello? Hello? have the pleasure of requesting all the people who are there, please come and sit. After the program, you can make a shopping item. Please.
Royal Palace.
Yeah, please come and sit.
Royal Palace.
So I request the stars to stop all the propagation and selling. All the stalls. Program is going on.
Bangalore Royal Palace actually worked with 2 slum areas in Bangalore. Murugehali's set team by Anand Kumar. The first team is all the club is led by Manoj Kumar's team. They also participated in the cyclone relief Bajaj cyclone as well as the flood relief. Now the 6.5 lakhs was raised plus 2,000, over 2,000 people benefited. We'd also like to announce the service activities today, and the first service activity is from Lions Club of Bangalore Sheshathipuram. I would like to invite His Excellency for Lions Sheshathipuram, Lion Shastri, President Lion Venkatesh and his team. Please do it faster because we have quite a few and we are running behind. And I would also like to request all the other PhDs who are doing service activities to be closer by so that we can complete this activity as soon as possible. The Lions Club of Bangalore Sheshathipuram is donating a chapati baking machine to the Vanakalu Maleshwara Ashram. The Swamiji is there. From there it's about 2.6 lakhs and for the index. I request our RC and FCC to be up front, please. Also, PDG Mohan to come in front. Thank you very much. On this occasion, they are also pleased to announce that they are actually giving away a sewing machine worth 11,000 to a person called Ishwar, and that activity will be done separately. Now I request the people from Bangalore Vijayanagar to come over. They are giving away scholarships worth 10,000 to T.R. Ramchandra. Line number 2, please. Please, fast. I would request the secretary to, in the absence of the beneficiary, I would like to request the other secretary or the service chairperson of the club to come and receive the letter or the check. Lions Club of Kodigehalli, like Manoj Kumar. Lions Club of Kodigehalli, Manoj Kumar. Giving away scholarships to students from BJ National School. Beneficiaries are here. I request the beneficiaries to come over and receive the checks from our RC. This is Lekha, Devendraya and Sriles from BJ National School. I would also request the team from Bimal to come over, please. Bangalore Bimal, RK Hegde. Line Mahinder Singh from Meena Daswali. Line, please, line from Bangalore Bimal is giving away a scholarship worth 10,000 to Pooja Hegde. And they are also supporting a patient suffering from kidney failure, dialysis patient. They are giving you an assistance of 25,000 rupees. I would also request, apart from the RC, to be help from PDG Mohan and MCC to come over and give away the checks and the letters, please. Meena Daswali, like Meena Daswali, we are supporting a charity with a one month's provisions. I'm requesting like Mahinder Singh to receive the letter on behalf of the beneficiary to be handed over at a later date. Bangalore North, line is Meena Daswali. RC, I would request RC and MCC to be here itself, please, or be available. Line Mahinder Singh, please receive the service activity letter on behalf of Meena Daswali's beneficiary Manav Charities. North Linus is giving away an incinerator to the Government Girls High School in Sarjapur. I'm requesting the North Linus teams to come over. Apart from the fact that they're giving away TV and fans to the Manipal Ashram, they're also supporting the government school with giving away an incinerator. Bangalore North, Dynamic Venkatesh. I'd also request Lion Gauri from Spandana Lions to come over. District Ambassador Lion Yudhishthira. Thank you very much. Line Ramesh, please. The Bangalore North team is giving away a scholarship to students down here. Thank you very much. I would like to request Spandana Liners, there will be 2 activities. One is to give away a scholarship to Ajay and Abhishek of 5,000. The beneficiaries and the little ones are here. I would request Anil Kumar and RC to give away the scholarship. Thank you very much. Apart from this, Vandana Liners is also supporting a cancer patient on an end-to-end basis. This time, with the permission of the region chairperson and the rest of the guests here, we are doing an on-the-spot fundraising for this particular person. Some people will come out with trays, whatever you have in the pocket of change, or anything else, you will drop it on the tray and then collect it. Thank you very much. I need some volunteers to kind of go around. This is whatever is collected will be split between the regions, and also will go to the cancer patient. I would request you to be doing an on-the-spot fundraising today. Right now, we have got 3 sections, and I'm looking for some support from all the lines here. And line Bhagya is here, so she's also kind of giving away a sewing machine on her own to Mrs. Uma from Patanagere. And lines know there are some volunteers coming over. I request you to put in some contribution. Now, all of us have got a lot of compassionate people are here, and I'm expecting monies to be collected that we can support Mrs. Shri, who is actually going through terminal cancer right now. I request now Bangalore Metro, Ramesh Mungera and his team to come over. They're giving away a projector to Tudor Primary High School. They've actually put up a computer lab as well over there. The beneficiary from the beneficiary side, Mr. Nagraj, is here to receive the projector that is donated by Bangalore Metro. Thank you very much. Lion Yudhishthira, district ambassador, has supported 2 people with a contribution. I would request him to come on stage for a couple of minutes. And I would like to give it away to, as the beneficiaries are not here, I believe RC will serve as as part of the Bangalore Metro contribution, I'd like to inform everybody that the projector has been donated by Dr. Rashima Shastri, his FC of Zone 1 and also the member from Bangalore Metro. We come to the last part of the service activities right now. Now I request Lion Secretary
Now I request our beloved governor to come out, please.
I request the next beneficiary, Venkatesh, some medical assistance for his wife. She met with an unfortunate hit and run road accident. I request him to come out to the dais. Venkatesh, please come, sir.
Thank you very much. We come to the last part of this one, and exhibition has also given away a sewing machine worth 11,000 rupees. Lion Venkat, from Sheshadapuram. Come to the last part of the service activities for today. They are giving away sewing machine worth 11,000 to Trustee Ishwar. Beneficiaries here. I request the RC to give away this as well. Thank you all. As we come to the end of the service activity part of this program, we will let you know the amount collected as part of the on-the-spot collection shortly. I now hand it over to Lion Prasad from Lion Sudarshan to continue.
Thank you.
Now we request, there's a message from Justice Santhosh Hegde. Kindly play that, because after which we go to the felicitation of the dignitaries and the guests. Please play that message from Shri Santhosh Hegde. Thank you.
Now, I recognize the presence of Lion Deepak Suman, second Vice District Governor. Welcome to you. Thank you. Now let's have the pleasure of the the introduction of your guest, Santhosh. So by the video.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸುಗಮ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿದಂಥ ಲಯನ್ಜಿ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ಅವರು, ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸೀನರಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿಮಲ್ ಛಾಜರ್ ಅವರು, ಲಯನ್ ಕೆ ಸತ್ಯನಾರಾಯಣ ರಾಜ್ ಅವರು, ಲಯನ್ ಎಚ್ ಕೆ ಗಿರ್ಧರ್, ಇತರ ಲಯನ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಸದಸ್ಯರು, ಆಹ್ವಾನಿತರು, ಮೊಟ್ಟಮೊದಲಾಗಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರಮಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ.
Just pause the video. All the friends and request you to pause the video. Request all the Lion friends to come to the, just watch the message from Justice Hegde, please. Yeah, thank you.
ಶ್ರೀ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ಅವರೇ, ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸೀನರಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿಮಲ್ ಛಾಜರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಲಯನ್ ಕೆ ಸತ್ಯನಾರಾಯಣ,
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. The Crusader of corruption, the highly profile guest of today, is going to speak to you on video clip. Please come and sit. Please. Please sit down. The people who are standing there, here, this side, there in the stalls, please close the stall. Please, there. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿರೋರು ಬನ್ನಿ, ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಕಡೆ ನಿಂತಿರೋರು ಲೇಡೀಸ್, 13 ಜನ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಬಂದು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಗೀತಾ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಗೀತಾ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. Now I request to start the video clip.
ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸೀನರಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿಮಲ್ ಛಾಜರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಲಯನ್ ಕೆ ಸತ್ಯನಾರಾಯಣ ರಾಜ್ ಅವರೇ, ಲಯನ್ ಎಚ್ ಕೆ ಗಿರ್ಧರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಇತರ ಲಯನ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಸದಸ್ಯರೇ, ಆಹ್ವಾನಿತರು, ಮೊಟ್ಟಮೊದಲಾಗಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ. ನಾನು ಹಲವಾರು ಹುದ್ದೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ. ಆದರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವವರಿಗೆ ನನಗನಿಸಿದ್ದು ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ಕೂಪ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಅನ್ಯಾಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅರಿವಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಸುಖವಾಗಿದ್ದೆ, ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಜನರು ಸುಖವಾಗಿದ್ದರು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ನಾನು. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ ನಂತರ ನಾನು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅನ್ಯಾಯವನ್ನು ಕಂಡೆ. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರ ಸೇವೆಗಾಗಿ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ, ಅದು ಹೆಸರು ಸರ್ಕಾರ. ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ಜನರಿಗಾಗುವಂಥ ಅನ್ಯಾಯವನ್ನು ಕಂಡೆ. ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಅನ್ಯಾಯಗಳು ನಡೀತಾ ಇವೆ ಎನ್ನುವ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಕಂಡು ಬಂದದ್ದು, ಇದು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳ ತಪ್ಪಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸಮಾಜದ ತಪ್ಪು. ನಾನು ಚಿಕ್ಕವನಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅಂತಹ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೆ. ಅದು ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದವರನ್ನ, ಅತ್ಯಾಚಾರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಬಹಿಷ್ಕರಿಸುವಂಥ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನಿದ್ದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಜಾಮೀನು ತೆಗೆದು ಬರುವಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಾರ ಹಾಕುವಂಥ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈ ಸಮಾಜ ಬರೀ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತಿಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅಧಿಕಾರವನ್ನು ಪೂಜಿಸುವಂಥ ಸಮಾಜ ಇದು. ಈ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕರಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಬೆಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದರೆ ಬಿಟ್ರಿ ಅವನು ಹುಚ್ಚ, ಅವನು ತಿನ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಿನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ವಸಾಧಾರಣವಾದ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರುವೆ ನಾನು ಈ ಸಮಾಜವನ್ನು ಯಾರಿಂದ ಬದಲಾಯಿಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ನನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಅನಿಸಿದ್ದು, ಇದು ನನ್ನ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನವರಿಂದ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಈ ಸಮಾಜವನ್ನು ಈ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದವರು ನನ್ನ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನವರು. ಯುವತಿಯರಿಂದ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿದೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಅವರ ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಇವತ್ತು ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ನಾನು ಸುಮಾರು 1045 ಶಾಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಕಟ್ಟಿದಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳ ಕುಸಿತವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು, ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಸೌಹಾರ್ದತೆ ಇರಬೇಕನ್ನೋ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬರೀ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತಿಕೆ, ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಎರಡೇ ಎರಡು ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜ ಜನರನ್ನು ಗುರುತಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಯುವಕ ಯುವತಿಯರು ಆದರೆ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಗಾದವರು ಕೂಡ ಕನಿಷ್ಠ ಎರಡೇ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅಳವಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸಮಾಜವನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಬಹುದು. ಒಂದು ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು, ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ರೋಗ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ದುರಾಸೆ. ಆ ದುರಾಸೆಗೆ ಯಾವ ಮದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೂ ಸಾಕಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಬೇಕನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಆಸೆ. ಆ ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಎಂದೂ ಸಂತಸ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ವಿಚಾರಗಳು ಇನ್ನೂ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಹೊರತು ಬಿದ್ದದ್ದನ್ನ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂತಸ ಪಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎರಡನೇ ಮೌಲ್ಯ ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಕಟ್ಟಿದಂಥ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತು ಕುಸಿದು ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ನಾವು ಹುಟ್ಟುವಾಗ ಮಾನವರಾಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು ಮಾನವರನ್ನ ಸ್ಪೀಷಿಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಹುಟ್ಟುವುದು ಹೋಮೋಸೆಪಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪಿಗೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಗೂ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇದ್ದು, ಹುಟ್ಟುವಾಗ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಜೀವನ ಪಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಅಳವಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಾಯುವಾಗ ಮಾನವನಾಗಿ ಸತ್ತರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಂಥ ಗುಣ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಎರಡು ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳ ಕುಸಿತ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಅನ್ಯಾಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾನು ಇಡಬಯಸ್ತೇನೆ. 1946ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನುವ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಕಟ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಯೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನುವ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ. ಆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಈ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಬಲಿಷ್ಠವಾದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡುವುದು. ಆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ 1946ರಿಂದ 1949 ನವೆಂಬರ್ 24ರವರೆಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕಲಾಪಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಬಹಳ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ಈ ದೇಶದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಂಡವರು ನಾವು ಭಾರತೀಯರು. ಜನವರಿ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು 1950ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಭಾರತೀಯರು ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಆದರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇವತ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಯೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂಥ 2 ಘಟನೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಡಬಯಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೂರಕವಾಗಿ ಬಂದಂತಹ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ, ಅದು ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಸದನಗಳೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಹೋಲಿಸಿ ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಚರ್ಚೆಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡಂತಹ ವಿಚಾರ, ಈ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಪಡೆದ ನಂತರ ಈ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ರಾಜನೀತಿ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಹಿರಿಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾವು ಭಾರತೀಯರು ಎಂದೂ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯರಾಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ರಾಜ ಮಹಾರಾಜರ ಆಡಳಿತದಲ್ಲಿ, ಪರದೇಶಿಯರ ಆಡಳಿತದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ತಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಕಾನೂನುಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದರು, ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಡ್ಡಾಯವಾಗಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಲೇಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕಾದರೂ ಅಂಥ ರಾಜನೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಭಾರತೀಯರಿಗೂ ಈ ದೇಶ ನಂದು, ನನ್ನಿಂದಾಗಿ ಆಡಳಿತ ನಂದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಭಾವನೆ ಮೂಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದು ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ರಾಜನೀತಿಗಳಿದ್ದವು, ರಾಜ ಮಹಾರಾಜರಿದ್ರು, ಸರ್ವಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿದ್ರು, ಇಸಮ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು, ಕಾಮ್ಯುನಿಸಮ್, ಸೋಷಿಯಲಿಸಮ್, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲಿಸಮ್. ಅದರ ನಡುವೆ ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ರಾಜನೀತಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವದ ಅರ್ಥ ಅಂದು 1946ರಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಿಂದ ಜನರಿಗಾಗಿ ಜನರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು. ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಅದನ್ನು ಬಹಳ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ರಾಜನೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ತದನಂತರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಚಾರ ಚರ್ಚೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವವನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡ ನಂತರ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆತನಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಅರ್ಹತೆ ಬೇಕು ಎನ್ನುವ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಂಭೀರವಾದ ಚರ್ಚೆ ನಡೀತದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರವನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧೀಕರಿಸುವಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ಕುಂದುಕೊರತೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಹುಡುಕುವಂಥ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟು ಸದನಕ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಹುಡುಕುವಂತಹ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಆತನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಅರ್ಹತೆ ಬೇಕಂತ. ಆ ಸಭೆಯ ಭಾಷಣಗಳನ್ನು ಕ್ರೋಢೀಕರಿಸಿದಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ಎಡಿಟರ್ ಬರೀತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ವಸಾಧಾರಣವಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮ್ಮತಿ ಸೂಚಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಂತೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಯದ ನಂತರ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ನಿಂತು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರನ್ನ ಉಲ್ಲೇಖಿಸಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವವನ್ನು ರಾಜನೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವದ ಅರ್ಥ ಜನರಿಂದ ಜನರಿಗಾಗಿ ಜನರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತ. ಇವತ್ತು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆ 40 ಕೋಟಿ. 40 ಕೋಟಿ ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 80% ಜನರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಹತೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವವನ್ನು 20% ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತರಿಗೆ ಮೀಸಲಾಗಿರ್ತೀರ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಭೆ ನಿಶಬ್ದವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರಿಂದೂ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ಜವಾಬು ಕೊಡುವ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಯದ ನಂತರ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹಿರಿಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ, ನಾನು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಈ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ಆ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ನೋಡಿದಂಥ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನದಿಂದ ನೋಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನನ್ನಿಂದ ತಪ್ಪಾಯಿತು. ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಹೇಳುವುದು ನಿಜ. ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವವನ್ನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪಿಗೆ ಮೀಸಲಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಭಾರತೀಯನ ಹಕ್ಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಥರ ಬಿದ್ದೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನಾನು ಈ 2 ಘಟನೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಟದ್ದು ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂಥ ಚರ್ಚೆಯ ಗಂಭೀರ್ಯತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಇವತ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೂರಕವಾಗಿ ಬಂದಂಥ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಸ್ತಂಭಗಳನ್ನು ಹಿರಿಯರು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. 1ನೇ ಸ್ತಂಭ ಶಾಸಕಾಂಗ. ಶಾಸಕಾಂಗಕ್ಕೂ ಅದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಗೆ ಪೂರಕವಾಗಿ ಬಂದಂಥ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ. ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು? ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. 2014ರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋಕಸಭೆಯ ಚರ್ಚೆ 14 ದಿವಸ ನಡೀಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಸಭಾತ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸಭೆಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಸಭೆಯನ್ನು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ 14 ದಿವಸ ಯಾವ ಚರ್ಚೆಯನ್ನು ನಡೆದಿಲ್ಲ. ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ದಿವಸದ ಲೋಕಸಭೆಯ ಖರ್ಚು 10 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಥ ಸಭೆಗಳು ಬೇಕು? ಕೈ ತುಂಬ ಸಂಬಳ ಪಡೀತಾರೆ. 100 ದಿವಸ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ 365 ದಿವಸದ ಸಂಬಳ ಪಡೀತಾರೆ. ಹಲವಾರು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೀತಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಂಬಳ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿರುವವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇತರ ಅಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿರುವವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ, ನ್ಯಾಯದವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸಂಬಳ ಪಡೀತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮಾಡುವ ವಿಚಾರಗಳೇನಂತ ನೀವೇ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವಾಚ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಗಝೈನ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಲೋಕಸಭೆಯ ಸದಸ್ಯರ 2004ರಿಂದ 2009ರವರೆಗೆ ನಡೆದಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಯಕಲಾಪಗಳ ಒಂದು ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ 2004ರಿಂದ 2009 ಅಂದರೆ 5 ವರ್ಷ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 545 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಂತಹ ಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 5 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಮಾತಾಡಿದವರು 174 ಜನ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನರನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸಬೇಕು? ಯಾವ ಪುರುಷಾರ್ಥಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗಂಭೀರವಾಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. 2ನೇ ಸ್ತಂಭ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಂಗವನ್ನು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮುಂದೆ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಾಡುವರು ಅವರು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ನೇಮಕ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಕೈವಾಡ ಬೇಡ, ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವಾದ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟೋಣ ಅಂತ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೇಮಕ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್, ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್. ಈ ಕಮಿಷನ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ಈ ಕಮಿಷನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸುಮಾರು 1 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ CID ಅವರು ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಾಜಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ನ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸದಸ್ಯರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಂಚ ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಹಣ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಂದಂತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ನೌಕರನಾಗಿ ಬಂದರೆ ಅವನು ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಇಲ್ರಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಗರಣಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅಥವಾ ಹಲವಾರು ಕಾರ್ಯಾಂಗದ ಸದಸ್ಯರ ಕೈವಾಡ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದೆ. ಅವರ ಕೈವಾಡ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಯಾವ ಹಗರಣಗಳು ನಡೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು 2ನೇ ಸ್ತಂಭ. 3ನೇ ಸ್ತಂಭ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ. ನಾನು ಕೂಡ 45 ವರ್ಷ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯವರು ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಒಂದು ಕೇಸ್ 1ನೇ ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ಯರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 14ರಿಂದ 15 ವರ್ಷ ಬೇಕು. ತದನಂತರ ಒಂದು ಮೇಲ್ಮನವಿ, 2ನೇ ಮೇಲ್ಮನವಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ತೀರ್ಪು ಬರುವಾಗ ಕಕ್ಷಿಗಾರ ಜೀವಂತವಾಗಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೋ ಅದೊಂದು ಯಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ವ್ಯಂಗ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ನಡುವೆ ಜಗಳ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಗಂಡನಿಗೆ 25 ವರ್ಷ, ಹೆಂಡತಿಗೆ 20 ವರ್ಷ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೊಬ್ಬರು ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ರೆಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಜುಗಲ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಕೊನೆ ಕೋರ್ಟು ಅಂದರೆ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಆ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ತೀರ್ಪು ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಗಂಡನಿಗೆ 85 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಹೆಂಡತಿಗೆ 80 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಯಾವ ನ್ಯಾಯ? ಯಾವತ್ತು ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದಂಥ ವಿಚಾರ. ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸಮಾಜ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಬಹುದು ಹೇಳಿ? ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳಿಂದ ಕುಸಿದು ಹೋದಂತಹ ಸಮಾಜದಿಂದ ಇಂಥ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯಾದ ಪದವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಬೇಕಂತ ಬಳಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯಾದ ದುರಾಸೆಯ ಒಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. 1950ರ ದಶಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹಗರಣ ಬಯಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು, ಜೀಪ್ ಹಗರಣ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾದ ನಷ್ಟ 52 ಲಕ್ಷ. ಪರದೇಶದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಯೋಧರಿಗೆ ಜೀಪ್ ವಾಹನವನ್ನು ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡುವ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ 52 ಲಕ್ಷ ಸೋರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಯಿತು. ತದನಂತರ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ 1-2 ಹಗರಣಗಳು ಬಯಲಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದವು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಗರಣಗಳು ಬಯಲಿಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, 10ರಲ್ಲಿ 1-2 ಬಯಲಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂತ ಬಯಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಂತ ಹಗರಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದ್ರಾ ಹಗರಣ LIC ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ದಾರ್ಮಿ ಹಗರಣ ಭಾರತ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಾಗಬಾಳ ಹಗರಣ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಗರಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತಂತ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಹಣ ಸೋರ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿ 1980ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹಗರಣ ಬಯಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು, ಬೋಫರ್ಸ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾದ ನಷ್ಟ 64 ಕೋಟಿ. ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡೋಣ, 2010ಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ, ಸಮಯದ ಅಭಾವ ಇದೆ. 2010ರಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಹಗರಣಗಳ ಬಯಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಕಾಮನ್ವೆಲ್ತ್ ಗೇಮ್ಸ್. ಕಾಮನ್ವೆಲ್ತ್ ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾದ ನಷ್ಟ 70,000 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ. ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ಈ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ನಂದಲ್ಲ. ಇದನ್ನ ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ನಂತರ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಹುದ್ದೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ CAG, ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ನಂತರ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ವರದಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕಾಮನ್ವೆಲ್ತ್ ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 70,000 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಳ್ಳೆ ಹೊಡೆದರು. ಕೆಲವು ಅದು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆಡಳಿತ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇವರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲವರು 70,000 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಳ್ಳೆ ಹೊಡೆದು. ಅದೇ ವರ್ಷ ಕ್ರೂಜಿಗೆ ಹಗರಣ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾದ ನಷ್ಟ 1,76,000 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ. 2012ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಲ್ಗೇಟ್ ಕಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಲು ಹಗರಣ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾದ ನಷ್ಟ 1,86,000 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ. ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಹಣ ಸೋರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿದೆ? ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ 1 ವರ್ಷದ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 6.5 ಕೋಟಿ ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗೆ 4 ಲಕ್ಷ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ನೌಕರರ ವೇತನಕ್ಕೆ ಮೀಸಲಾಗಿಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಹಣ 17-18ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ 1,80,000 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಲಕ್ಷ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ನೌಕರರ ವೇತನ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರ ಖರ್ಚಿಗೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಒಂದು 10 ಗಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು 20 ಜನ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿಗಳು, ಇವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸಂಬಳ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಖರ್ಚು ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು 80,000 ಕೋಟಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಯ್ತಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದು ಉಳಿದದ್ದು 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೋಟಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಣ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನೀವೇ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 1985ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದಿನ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ದಿವಂಗತ ರಾಜೀವ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು, ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಕೊಡುವಂತಹ 1 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಅನುದಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಫಲಾನುಭವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾಮಗಾರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುವ ಹಣ 15 ಪೈಸೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. 1 ರೂಪಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 15 ಪೈಸೆ ಮಾತ್ರ, 85 ಪೈಸೆ ಸೋರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. 2018-19ರಿಂದ ದುರಾಸೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಹಣ ಆ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನೀವೇ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ 15 ಪೈಸೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಕಳಪೆ ಕಾಮಗಾರಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಕೇಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಬರೋದು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ? ಈ ದುರಾಸೆಯಿಂದ ಜನರಿಗಾಗುವಂತಹ ಅನ್ಯಾಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. 2008ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಗಲಕೋಟೆಯಿಂದ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅಂಗವಿಕಲ ಟೈಲರ್ ಅವನ ಪತ್ನಿ ಜೊತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು 6 ತಿಂಗಳ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಈ ಮಗುಗೆ ಗುದದ್ವಾರ ಇದೆ, ನೋ ರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ತಿನ್ನುವುದು ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೊರಗೆ ತರುವುದೇ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಈ ಬಾಗಲಕೋಟೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಮಗುವನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸುಸಜ್ಜಿತವಾದ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ತಜ್ಞ ಮಗುವನ್ನ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ಮೂಲಕ ಸರಿಪಡಿಸಿಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಭರವಸೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಂಬಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಪೋಷಕರು ಆ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ತಜ್ಞ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಭರವಸೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಖರ್ಚಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಖರ್ಚೆಲ್ಲ ಖರ್ಚು ಲಂಚ. ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಮೇಜಿನ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಡವರು ಏನೋ 800-900 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದನ್ನ ಕಸಿದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಈ ಮೊತ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಂಧಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಮಲ ಅದರಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಮಲ ಶೇಖರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಂಥ ವೈದ್ಯ! ದೇವರನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆ ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಕೊಡಿ, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ತಜ್ಞನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ. ದೇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಕೊಟ್ಟರು, ಬಂದು ಸೇರ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ. ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳು ಬರೀ ಬಡವರಿಗೆ ಮೀಸಲಾಗಿದ್ದಂಥ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಖಾಸಗಿಯರು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಂತಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರದವರು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಹಣ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜನರ ಸೇವೆಗಾಗಿ ಅಂತ. ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ವ್ಯಂಗ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಹೋದಂತ ರೋಗಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ಅಡ್ಡವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ. ಇದು ದುರಾಸೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಆ ಮಗುವನ್ನ ಹಳೆ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಮಣಿಪಾಲ್ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಗು ಇವತ್ತು 10 ವರ್ಷದ ಮಗು. ಯಾವುದು ನಿಲ್ಲಂತಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧಾರಣ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದೆ. 10 ವರ್ಷದ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗು, ಇದೇ 10 ವರ್ಷದ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗು, ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿದೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ನಿಲ್ಲಂತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೋಡಿ, ಆ ವೈದ್ಯ ಈ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಆ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿತ್ತು, ಈ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ ಕೊಟ್ಟವರು ನಾನಂತ. ಆದರೆ ಆತನ ದುರಾಸೆ ಅವನನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಎರಡನೇ ಮೌಲ್ಯ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಮಾನವರು 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 ಅಂತ. ಮಾನವನ ಗುಂಪೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಹುಟ್ಟುವುದು ಹೋಮೋಸೆಪಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪಿಗೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಗೆ ಯಾವ ಸಂಬಂಧನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಮಾನವರು ಅಂತ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಹೊಡೆಯುವುದು ಬೇಡ. ನಿಜವಾದ ಮಾನವ ಆ ಹುಟ್ಟುವಾಗ ಮಾನವನಾಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಜೀವನ ಪಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಳವಡಿಸಿ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಸಾಯುವಾಗ ಮಾನವನಾಗಿ ಸತ್ತರೆ ಅವನು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಜವಾದ ಮಾನವ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾನವರು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಒಬ್ರು ಕವಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಲವಾರು ಪಂಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಪಂಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನೇ ಆಗ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದವನಾಗ ಆದರೆ ಮೊದಲು ಮಾನವನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಂಥ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ವಿಚಾರ. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ? ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಇಬ್ರು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವರು. ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ಸುಸ್ತಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳನ್ನು ತರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಜ್ಜಿಂದರಂತೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ವೈದ್ಯ ಭದ್ರಾಶ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಲಿತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಇಂದ, ಟಿವಿಯಿಂದ. ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ದುರ್ಬಲತೆ. ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮಾನವರಂತ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಅಳವಡಿಸಿ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಾಯುವಾಗ ಮಾನವನಾಗಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಂತಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಗುಣ ಇದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. 2010ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಪ್ಪಳಿಂದ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೆಣ್ಮಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಸರಿ, ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಒಂದು ಯೋಜನೆ ಇದೆ, ಬಡ ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಂತ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲವು ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಅನುದಾನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಸಮಾಜ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀನು ಬಡವ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಪುರಾವೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಭಾಳ ಬೇಜಾರು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ನಂಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಬ್ಬ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕೊಪ್ಪಳಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿದೆ, ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ ವರದಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟ ವರದಿ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಈತನ ಪತ್ನಿ ಗರ್ಭಿಣಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬಳು ಸಂಗಾತಿ 9 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಗ್ರಾಮದಿಂದ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಹೆರಿಗೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆರಿಗೆ ಆದರೆ ಅದೇ ಪುರಾವೆ ಸಾಕು, ಮಗು ಬಡವ ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದಂತಹ ಮಗು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುದಾನ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಅವರು ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮೊದಲು ಕಾಸು ಕೊಡಿ, ನಂತರ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ ಹಣ ಈಕೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿಧಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಜೊತೆ ಬಂದವಳನ್ನು ಊರಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ತದನಂತರ ಈ ಮಹಿಳೆಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಣ ಬರುವವರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂರ್ಬೇಡಿ, ಹೊರಗೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ. ವಿಧಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಆಕೆ ಕೂಡ ಗೇಟ್ ದಾಟಿ ಮಾರ್ಗ ದಾಟಿ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಹಣ ಬರುವ ಮೊದಲು ಆಕೆ ಹೆರಿಗೆ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಂತ ವಿಚಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಪುರಾವೆಗಳು ಬೇರೆ ಇವೆ ಅಂತ ಕೈ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂಬಳ ಪಡೀತಾರೆ, ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ತಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಕೆಲಸ, ತಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ, ಅದನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಸಿದಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಇವತ್ತು ಅಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ವರದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದೆ. ಕಾನೂನಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರ ಇದೆ, ವೈಕೇರಿಯಸ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ. ಜವಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಯಜಮಾನ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ವರದಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಯಿಂದಾಗಿ ಈಕೆ ಹೆರಿಗೆ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯಿತು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ, ಆ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಅನುದಾನ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಎಂಥ ಸಮಾಜ! ಎಂಥ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದುವರೆಯಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ? ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸಮಾಜವನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ನಾನು ಚಿಕ್ಕವನಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಪೋಷಕರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಮಾಡು ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಡ ಅಂತ. ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ತಿಳಿಯೋದು ನನಗೆ. ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ನೀತಿ ಪಾಠ ಮಾರಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಬೇರೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು, ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಖಾಸಗಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಆಸ್ಪಾಸಲ್ಲಿ. ವಿರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದೆ, ಅಮ್ಮ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಠ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮೌಲ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಚಾರ ಇದೆ? ಸರ್, ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಮಗದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಕಾಲೇಜಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, 50,000 60,000 ಸಂಬಳ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದ ರೂಪಾಯಿನ ಪೈಸೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಮೌಲ್ಯ. ಅದು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಸಮಾಜದ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ನೀತಿಗಳು. ಈ ಸಮಾಜವನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಸೌಹಾರ್ದ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಹಲವಾರು ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ, 1,045 ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆ ಸಂವಾದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅವರ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನನ್ನ ವಿಚಾರ ನಾನು ಮುಂದಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮುಂದೆ ಕಾಲರು ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾಜ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ನನ್ನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ನನ್ನ, ಯಾಕೆ ನೀವು ಈ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನ್ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ತರ್ಬೋದು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಕಿವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಅಮ್ಮ ನೀನು ಹೇಳೋ ಮಾತು ನಿಜ, ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ನನ್ನದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಬಾರ್ದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಏನೂ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನೂ ನಮ್ಮ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಆರೋಪ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪ್ರವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಶಾಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಮ್ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ 2 ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅಳವಡಿಸಿ. ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ಮೊದಲು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮಾದರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಡಿ ಈ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅಳವಡಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಲಿಯಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಕಲಿತಾರೆ, ಮೊಮ್ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕಲಿತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ತಂದರೆ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಸೌಹಾರ್ದ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಕೇಳಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುವು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಂದಿಸ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ವಿರಾಮ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟಂತಹ ನಮ್ಮ ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಂತೋಷ್ ಹೆಗ್ಡೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಮುಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. We now honor and felicitate the individuals who have made a significant contribution to our society. First, we'll start with late Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty. He is here with us today. He has contributed with the Lifetime Achievement Award in Medicine and Life. We also invite the HK Giridhar, MCC, and our district governor, like K. Satyanarayana, stage. Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty. He is conferred with the Lifetime Achievement Award in Medicine and Life Sciences.
is also a recipient of Humanitarian Service Award, Rashtriya Hegde Award, honored by All India Unity Conference.
ಒಂದು ಹಾಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಬಿಡಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ ಸರ್ ಫುಲ್ ಇದೆ ಬೈಕ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಇದು ಲೇಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ಡ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಬಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫರ್ಗಳು ಅದೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ಡ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ
I invite GB Gudayappa on stage. And J. Venkateswamy. I request the zone chairperson to be ready for the next. Sir Gudayappa sir.
Hello. Now I request from Hindupur, Gopinath to come and receive an award to Shri Venkatesh from Hindupur. He is doing a lot of service activities for the community in and around Hindupur. I request Gopinath and his team to come and receive a memento on behalf of Shri Venkatesh. And at the same time, it's my pleasure to request my own elder brother, Shri Gudayappa, who is here before me. And he is also doing a lot of service in Hindupur and other places. So I want to recognize him. I want to give a moment of Bimal.
you very much. I have a small announcement to make. All lions, lionesses, guests, RCs, PDGs, everybody. On the spot fundraising, thanks to all your contributions, we have raised 7,350 rupees, which I am requesting RC to hand it over to Lion Lottery. Please come to the center. We have collected 7,350 rupees on the spot fundraising. I'm requesting RC to hand it over to Lion Gauri from Spandana Lioness.
And friends, we have collected 7,500 rupees from the audience today. And now we are presenting it to Lion Gauri for some cancer problem to the patient. Lion Gauri is the president of Lions Club of Spandana.
I request the co-RCs, Lion Rajesh, Lion Ravi Naidu, Lion Navratna Gowda, and Lion Prasanna Kumar to please come on the dais, please. The co-RCs for 2018-19 of region of District 317F are honoring G. Venkatesh, Regional Chairperson of Region 2. Give a big round of applause for the excellent work done for the year 2018-19. I request the RCs to stay on the dais, please. Yeah.
We invite Lion Deepak Suman and Lion Dr. Yudhishra. Please come on stage, sir. You are invited.
ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿ
Now we invite from the DJ team, Lion Ajit Babu. Sir, can you come on stage, sir? Lion Ajit Babu and Lion VD Dinesh. Ajit Babu.
ಮನೆ ಸರ್ ಕೂಡ ಅರ್ಧ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರ ಅರ್ಧ ನಾನು ಸರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಮ್ದು ಫುಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಯೂಸು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಇದರಿಂದಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇದರಿಂದಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ
Now we will honor our RC, our beloved RC. Kindly come on to the center stage. All the ZCs will join together in felicitating our RC. I request the entire host committee of the region meet to kindly come forward. Sports Committee, Treasurer Shri Bhaskar sir, Joint Treasurer. Secretary.
come to the dais to receive his token of appreciation.
ಬಡವ
Presiding officer, my dear friends, it is a formality to give vote of thanks. Of course, many people have left for lunch. I give a vote of thanks for all the persons in one center. Thank you.
Okay, sir.